And we are live. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Hello everyone. Hello everybody. Welcome to today's Precious Derek Talk Show. Right, we're going to wait for a couple of minutes and see if people are going to be joining, allow more people to join us before we go into the amazing conversation for today because I'm so excited about it. All right, let's wait for people. So welcome. People that are going to be joining us now and people that will watch this later. Thank you for joining us. Please, if you're joining us on the comment section, please let us know where you're joining us from. And also share this to all of your friends. Share this to all of your family members. Share this to everybody you know on social media. Just share. Because it's going to be an amazing beautiful evening with me. Thank you so much for joining. So let me know in the comment section who is watching. If you can hear me loud and clear, please let me know that you can hear me loud and clear on the comment section. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear on the comment section. Yep. I'm just gonna wait. Oh, hello Gift. Thank you for joining all the way from Belgium. Oh my god, thank you so much for joining. Please share, please share on your social media handle so we can get more people, because an amazing conversation. What way to start the new year than to have this conversation with our very own special guests all the way from somewhere in the world. So thank you so much for joining me. Please confirm that you can hear me. Can you confirm that you can hear me loud and clear on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube? If you can confirm that you can hear me, I would be very grateful. Thank you so much. Anyone confirm please that you can hear me loud and clear? Okay, so good evening everyone. My name is Precious and this is Precious Derek Talk Show, the first show of the year. And it's amazing because we're talking about something that is so important to every one of us. We're talking about friendship. Yes, friendship. One of the things that I believe is that friendship or friends can either make you or destroy you. So starting the new year, talking about friendship, it's making us to prepare our year or prepare what we're going to be doing. If we have friends that we need to keep or friends that we need to delete or friends that we need to add and all of that. So we'll have our very own. I call her Auntie Joy. She's Joy Uchenna. She's going to be joining me to discuss with me this amazing topic, this beautiful topic on friendship. So I'm going to be joining, adding her to the stream. But before that, please grab your favorite drink, grab your popcorn, grab your whatever that makes you comfortable and chill out. Just see that you're watching Netflix movie, but this one is the real one, not the one that was scripted and acted and removed. They deleted some things and added some things. So this one is live and direct. Also bear in mind that you can actually join into the conversation. I am going to be adding the link for you to join the conversation on the comment section. So if you go on the comment section, you would be able to see the link. Let me just copy it and pin it on the comment section. So that is the link on the comment section. This is actually on YouTube. I will see if I can add. Oh, it's on Facebook as well. You can click on that link and join the conversation anytime you want to join the conversation. Then you can also you can join the conversation. All right, let's start this conversation for today. I've talked about conversation, like I've mentioned it like 4 or 5 times. That's because it's a conversation and it's going to be interesting. I'm going to be bringing Auntie Joy on the screen now. Auntie Joy on the screen now. Yay! Auntie Joy is one of the, let me introduce Auntie Joy to you, but she's going to introduce herself. Auntie Joy is one of those people that when you have in your life and you have anything going on, like you have something to sort out, you want something to be done, not just done, but done properly. If you have Auntie Joy in your life, you're good to go. Auntie Joy is one of those people as well that is full of life, not just full of life, positivity, and the energy she carries is out of this world. So, who is the best person to talk about friendship than Auntie Joy? Auntie Joy, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to Precious Dairy
Thank
Talk Show.
you.
Can you guys hear Auntie Joy? Please let me know if you can hear Auntie Joy.
Can you
Please let
hear
me
me?
know. I think they can hear. How are you, ma?
I'm fine. I'm fine. That was an amazing introduction. Thank you so much.
Well, to be honest, you deserve it, and
Thank
that's who you are. It's not we didn't
you.
twist or add anything. You can
Yes,
see,
you
right?
did.
You can see Auntie Joy. She's the life of the party. She's one of those people that you just want to have in your life, right? So, Auntie
Yes.
Joy, who are you?
Yes.
I know I've called you so many times. I've said Auntie Joy, Auntie Joy. Who is Auntie Joy? Auntie Joy, who are
Uh,
you?
Thank you for having me on this amazing. I call her my celebratory YouTuber, and I just want to say thank you. It's an honor and a privilege to be with the precious Derek family on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook. Thank you so much. Who's Auntie Joy? I'm Joy. I'm Joy. I'm a mom. I'm a sister. I'm a friend. Most especially, I'm a child of God. So, but we're not going to be preaching today. I'm a go-getter. I'm a queen in my own right. I'm the life of a party, and I think my passion is just to see people succeed and thrive,
Oh, sorry.
and
People are
just
saying that. Oh, people are saying that they can't see you. Okay, let's do something. Auntie Joy, just a minute. Let me do something quickly,
okay.
because they can't see you. I need to try and just sorry guys. Thank you for letting me know about that. Let's see if we can tweak something. How can you be watching this and you're not seeing Auntie? Oh my God, this is a crime. You need to see Auntie Joy. So let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. Um, so everyone can see you, man. So just a minute. Why? I think this is on Instagram. People on
Um,
YouTube can see you, and
um,
people on other places can see you on Instagram. So let me see if I can keep talking, man. Let me see if I can sort something out for Instagram people. Keep talking. It's fine. Yeah. So who is Auntie Joy? Continue, man.
so, like I said before, I'm a mom. I'm a sister. I'm a friend. Most especially, I'm a child of God. Um, my profession, I'm a mental health nurse. I love life, and I love people. My passion is to see people thrive and just succeed. So Auntie Joy is just anything good. Anything good, anything kind is what I'll call my personality. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm still trying to sort people on Instagram out. Um People on Facebook. Oh, someone on yeah. I think YouTube is fine. Um yeah, I'm actually seeing what's going on Instagram. You know, the thing with that Instagram is that we need to sort Instagram out. They need to join the YouTube and the Facebook. People on Facebook, let me just confirm that Facebook can actually hear and see you properly while we sort Instagram out, because Instagram is where we're having issues. Um yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, Instagram cannot stop us from doing this thing. Let's continue, ma'am. Now, when it comes to friendship, right? Friendship is something that a lot of people have so many people in their lives, and they
Yeah.
either call them friends. So
Yeah.
that person is my friend, this person is my friend. Who do you call friend? What qualifies someone to be your friend? What are the things that you say, okay, if this person has all of these things, this person is going to be my friend, or I would be able to call this person my friend, not just a colleague or an acquaintance. Who is a friend to you?
Well, for me, a friend will be. I'm big on kindness. I'm very big on kindness. So a friend for me will be somebody that is kind. I just feel if a human being is kind, they will be able to exhibit other aspect of their lives and other aspect or exude some other virtue. But for me, kindness is a key for me to be able to choose you as a friend. I need to be able to, you know, talk to you. I need to be able to know that you've got my back. I don't really demand much in my friendship, but kindness for me is just be kind. For me to be able to choose you as a friend, you just have to stay kind. Just be kind. That's it for me to choose friends. Growing up for me wasn't choosing friends, especially female friends, wasn't big for me because I'm a one woman mopo kind of. So, but great, as I evolve, I kind of like choose kindness over anything else. That's the main thing for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but when you say kindness, right? I guess is kindness is relative, right? Because what is
Yes.
kindness for some people may be strict, right? Because if
Mm-hmm.
you're strict, no, so if you're kind to me, right,
Yes.
it means that you need to tell me the truth as well
Yes.
in a kind way. Now, some
Yes.
people, because of how they are raised or they were raised, they are quite strict. Even the way they speak, they come across as bossy and very strict. And the other person who is raised in a very softer way may not necessarily see the way you speak to them as kindness, right? They may
Yes.
say, "Oh, Auntie Joy came across as very," but to you, that's you being kind. So, do you think kindness is the only quality that one should be looking at for when it comes to friendship?
Kindness shouldn't be the only quality.
Mm.
I will answer this question in two parts. The first one, when I mean kindness, apart from kindness, you have to be a go-getter. You have to be someone that's passionate. At this time, whether you're Christian, you're Muslim, or pagan, you just have to be someone that's passionate, somebody that's got a purpose, that know why they exist, you know. And the second part of answering that question is, like you said, somebody might be strict and tell you the truth, but I'm one of those people. I'm very I'm just learning to be diplomatic. So I'm very cutthroat kind of a friend. But as you get older and you have to have emotional intelligence, you have to understand that people are raised in different ways. You can't just go about saying, that's the way I am. This is
Mm.
who I am. Accept me. No. You have to check in yourself and you have to understand that when I want to talk to you, I'll still tell you what I want to tell you, but I will tell you in a kind way. Like if I feel that you're doing something wrong and I'm gonna ask you, do you really want me to tell you the truth? And you say yes, I'll go all in. And also, precious, depending on the relationship I have with that friend, because there are different levels of friendship.
Mm. That is a question I'm going to be asking you now, because when you said depending on the level of that friendship, what are the
Yes.
levels of friendship that you have, right? Based on Auntie Joy's prescription, what are the levels of friendship?
Okay. The best way I will answer this is just to tell you that every one of my friends, I turn them into a sister and I make every one of them feel they're my best friend.
Okay.
I treat every one of them individually
Okay.
and I have a deeper relationship individually with my friends. So
Okay.
there's some that I can tell you that there's some things we'll talk about, confident things that we'll talk about. Maybe because maybe that season aligns with that friendship. And there's some might be relationship. And there must be some that might be mentorship. You feel me? Either they're
Mm.
mentoring me or I'm mentoring them. So when I say friendship in different level, work friendship has a boundary because I can't go about calling them acquaintance. You some people make amazing friends at work. And so work friendship has a limit. I need to be able to know how far I can go with that person. So
Okay.
yeah, I need to know
Yeah.
depending.
Yeah.
But the close
Th-
ones,
yeah.
yeah,
Yes. Sorry, I was just gonna. I don't want to cut you short. I wanted you
yeah,
to land, but
yeah,
I was gonna tell people on the comment section if you're watching this, because friendship is not something that is just is maybe I and Auntie Jo are the ones that have friends in this world, right? But if you know you have a friend, on the comment section, let me know what are the qualities that you look out for in a friend, right? Now we're talking about that other person. Now the question I'm going to ask Auntie Joy is, what kind of friend are you? I know you've said a couple of things. You said you're big on kindness, and I guess for you to be big on kindness, you will be kind yourself, right? So outside of that, what kind of friend? If someone says to you, or if you say, "Oh, Precious, that's my friend," and I go to that friend and say, "Oh, are you Auntie Joy's friend?" "Yes, I am." What can you say about Auntie Joy? What do you think they would say about you as a friend?
from what I've heard, from what I heard, she's reliable. She's a go-getter, but she will tell you if she needs to tell you. That's the common one I hear. Very funny, very playful, but go-getter, and in terms of letting you know when something needs to be sorted. I'm big on communication, so that's the kind of friend I am.
I feel like you've said everything, but you've just summarized it. You've just summarized it in four, right? So you're reliable. That one I can put my hand up and say yes, you are reliable, right? And a go getter, you're someone who, if you want to do something, you do it very well.
Yeah.
If you don't want to do it, you're not gonna do it. You're someone who is direct as well. As friendly as you are, you can be direct. Tell the person, look, this thing you're doing, I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it right now. Stop it, right? I know that one as well. So I can actually attest to some of the qualities that you mentioned. Now, guys, if you're watching, you haven't shared this live stream, is a sin. You're committing a sin, right? Like, why will you be watching this and you're not sharing to somebody, or you haven't liked? So how many people watching us? You need to like, you need to please share, you need to also, on the comment section there's a link. If you want to join the conversation, you can click on that link and it will take you straight to this screen, and you would share your thoughts and share whatever that you have in mind. Please share, please like, and also please put your thoughts on the comment section. Auntie Joy, quick question.
Yes.
I find myself in the abroad, right? Like people call it, or I find myself
Yes.
in a place I've never been before. I moved to a place as an adult.
Mm.
Obviously, I've left my friends, I've left my family, I've left everybody. I'm starting afresh. How do I go about building new relationship or building new friendship? How do I do that?
For me, community. I'm big on community. Nobody is an island. Um, and to answer that question, let me just digress a bit. I want to say that I know some people say I'm a quiet person, I'm a loner. I don't believe that. You can be reserved, doesn't mean you don't just want anybody around you. And it might be due to life experience. But if you're coming to a new place, you need to build a support system for yourself. You don't just go about looking for somebody on the street and just making friends. But you can join a church, a mosque. You can join your children's school. If someone that's not married, that doesn't have kids yet, it might be at work. And just look out for somebody that's got the same values that you have. Looking for somebody that share the same. If I'm at work and I'm new in the abroad, and I just see you shouting anyhow, talking to people anyhow, I know that I might need strength to be able to grace, to be able to spend time with you, to know you. But how many of us really have time for that? So what I would say is, if you find yourself in the abroad, loneliness is real. I'll say join a church, join a community around you. Just look for neighborhood stuff around you. And it doesn't have to be an African person. It doesn't have to be your own people. You can still have amazing friends from different countries,
Mm.
different part of the world. It doesn't have to be if I don't see a Nigerian person. No, you can also learn other people. So be open. So the way you can do it is by joining different groups. And if you're the type that is shy, you might start from work. Start from where you're working. You make some people make amazing lifelong friends from work.
Yeah.
But you
And Joy,
have to be
you said something. I want to ask a full on question, so you just continue in that line of thought. Now
yeah,
you said something along the lines of join a church, start from work, do all
yeah,
of that. Can we be more practical? Okay, I go to work, right? And I
yes,
find someone that, or I see someone whose behavior is in a little bit, I would say, because you can't tell completely from afar. You can tell that this person's behavior aligns with your values, right?
yes.
How do you go? Do you just go and stand awkwardly in front of the person and say, "Hi, can we be friends, please?" Or what are the practical steps that you can take to actually build this kind of friendship?
Practical steps for me, like for me, making conversation is easy for me. Very easy for me. Making conversation is really easy for me, but it might not be easy for other people. So what I'll say is create an atmosphere, because as much as you're reserved, I'm sure you're not frowning your face at work. I'm sure when you see your boss, you say good morning. So what stops you from saying, hi, good morning, my name is, hi, good
Mm.
morning. Start, my name is Joy, and how are you? If you're somebody that is shy and you can't do that, you can go for break and just, if it's somebody that maybe you're training or next to you, office next to you, you can just go for break. I've done that before. Go for break and get a cup of, do you take coffee or tea? Oh, coffee. And just get them and nobody will show kindness unless the person has issues. That
The
will not
person is
say,
traumatized.
the person, there must be something,
Mm.
So for me, if I go out, I can just say, oh, can I get you a cup of tea? Normally they're like, oh, it's so fine, fine. Like, don't worry about it. I'll get it for you. And you
Mm.
might just drop it on their table. That will start a conversation.
Yeah.
No matter
Yeah.
how reserved you are, if somebody talks to you and say, thank you for yesterday, I appreciate it will start up something. And you don't
Yeah.
have to, just take it slowly. So those
Yeah.
are one of the practical ways. Yeah.
Yeah. That is so good. So if I could just summarize what you said, right? So you meet someone, you don't have to be awkward and start saying, "Can we be friends?" like a 10-year-old would do.
No.
You can start with the act of kindness, right? Like Auntie
Yes.
Joy said, the only time you would not receive kindness is if something is happening to you, right? If you need help yourself. Everybody understand the language of kindness, and everybody,
Mhm.
most people accept that language or accept that show of kindness. So you start by offering tea, coffee. Let's say Auntie Joy used the scenario of workplace. Tea, coffee, do you want tea, coffee, and all of that. Now, because this is a conversation that everybody's involved, Daniel Gift said, I'm just going to read a bit of the comments on the comment section. Daniel Gift said, for me, just show me your originality. I hate pretense. It doesn't take me much time to discern you. That's true. The gift of discernment is another thing that people need to also have in friendship. Esther said, support system is key. Absolutely. Support system is key. And this is why we're doing this, because you can't live 2025 without human beings in your life.
You
I know a lot of
can't.
people are fasting now, 21 days fasting, 30 days fasting, asking God for help. Your help is not going to come from Angel Michael jumping down from heaven. It's going to come through humans, people. And most times, it might be people you know, it might be people you don't know, but you have to be in contact with those people. Um, Dale Taiwo said loneliness is very real. Absolutely. And she's also said, what if the other person already have friends and not so keen about making friends? Auntie Joy, this is your question. Please answer it.
I will advise, please do not. I taught my daughter something. You understand? I taught my something, protect your peace. There's a logo that she carries about. And I taught her very young to protect her peace. Never ever force a friendship. I don't, no matter how, lonely you think you feel, never force a friendship. If that person has a friend and they're not keen to be your friend, then all you need to do is back off. You can still be very civil and cordial with that person. And everybody you call a friend doesn't have to be in your inner space immediately. So if you feel that person have got a friend and they don't have that capacity to add you to the group or their friendship, I like that that person is even being sincere, because if they take on more than they can handle, they will turn out to be a bad friend to you. Then you say this person is not reliable. So now that they've shown you that they have their own friends, without me being spiritual, then prayerfully just move on to something else, or just feel okay, try another set of people, or just try, if it's just somebody that just want to catch cruise, just friendship for friendship's sake, move on to the next person on on the decks and just say
Yeah, but
hi or
Auntie Joy, a lot of people, um, most people have their group of friends anyway.
yes.
So for you to actually you see someone you like and you know that this person has some values, right? And the person already have their friendship group,
Mm-hmm.
and you know that you want that friendship, you want to break
Okay.
into that circle. How do you actually break into that circle even when you know that they they are they have a group already? How do you do
For
that?
me, the question will be, why do you want to break into why are you so desperate to break into that circle? Why are you so desperate that you have to break into that circle? And why do you want to be an afterthought for somebody? So why do you want to forcefully break into the circle? And secondly, also will be, what is the motive? Which is the first one I said. What is the reason? I have had situation where I've walked up to somebody, my godmother now in the UK. We met at a party years over 15 years ago. We met at the party and we just gelled on the dancing floor. She'll be 60 this year. Shout out to Mom Papi. She'll be 60. And we just, dance on the dance floor. And I love the groove. And I looked at her. I just could feel the discerning. I could just feel the connection. And I told her straight, I really like you. And I just, there's something about you. You can be kind, you can do that. You can say, I really admire you. I just really like the way you do this and this and this. So it might just be the person will not see that you're breaking into their circle. The people just that somebody really admires me and they just
Mm,
like me for the way I talk. And if that's the only side of the friendship that you want, then that's
mm,
fine. So you need to
mm,
define the reason why
mm,
you want to break into that circle. I've had people walk up to me to say, I really like you. I like the way you talk. I like how bold you are. I like how this one, that one. Does not mean I have to bring them in. But when I see them, I'm like, oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. Are you sure? Like, oh, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And it's a feel good feeling. Then
Mm,
whenever I see them, if they need my attention, I'm there for them. Does not mean I have to go about sharing my life secret with them.
absolutely. That is. I hope that answers your question, there. Yo.
I hope it answers.
Yeah, I hope that answers your question. Now, Auntie Joy, let's talk about social media. How do
Yes.
we bring social media into friendship? Because one of the things I've seen is that a lot of people have, for example, you have your social media page or profile. You have 1,000 friends, right? And in that 1,000 friends, I know that's how it works on social media. You only know two in real in real life, right? So how do we merge friendship, or how do we bring friendship from social media into a level where you've actually connected? Because there are people that you haven't seen before, right? But they've been so instrumental to your journey. So social media friendship, how do we bring it together? That's the question.
With social media friendship, I have friends that I went to secondary school together with, and we are all over the world. Everybody's everywhere. To be honest with you, I'm not big on I'm not very big on old school association, Even though we do amazing thing, I'm part, the one I'm part of. We do amazing thing, but you, for me, among the people you grow up with, I'm not sure every one of us are best friend with everybody we grow up with. I don't think so. So if they're the ones that have been instrumental in in your life, okay, I'm going to digress. I'm going to talk about seasons.
Mm.
I'm going to talk about seasons. We're not going to go all spiritual here or anything, but we need to know if their season is past. If I grew up with you and I went to secondary school with you, I'm still close to one or two now that we still talk to. We're very tight. But the rest, we're still very cordial, respectful. I can go for their party, but that season is past. So all we need to do is once in a while, we text. How you doing? How are the kids? How's job? How's your business? How is this? So once in a while, we can send a text. This business of every one of us is very busy. See, I know we're all busy. We all have 1001 thing to do. But it will not hurt to take out time to just send a one line text. I'm just checking on you. How are you doing? How's everything? Just thought about you. That alone could make somebody's day in a great way. So social media, I'm not on all the social. I'm only on Facebook and Instagram. I don't even know how to work the thing. But for me, WhatsApp, once in a while I would text, how you doing? Just mindful of you and thinking about you. Is everything okay? And that starts a conversation. I might not be able to pick up the phone and call you every second, every minute, but I can send a text. You feel me? So I
Yeah.
think the way we can connect is by sending that one text while you are busy, waiting at that doctor's appointment, waiting, cooking, in between stealing the meat from the pot, at work, in between, because an average human being checks their phone God knows how many times. Even the ones that work on a tight schedule at work. I work in a mental health hospital. You can't really take your phone because you're dealing with challenging issues on the ward, very intensive issues on the ward. So, but I know whenever I go to the toilet, I quickly just, even if it's one text, we all do that. When you're on your
Yeah.
break, catching your
Yeah.
breath, doing the show,
Yeah.
just hi.
Yeah.
It won't hurt. We need to
Yeah.
learn to be intentional. This friendship thing is intentionality. Everybody is busy. Learn to be intentional about people.
That's true.
Learn to be
That's true.
intentional.
That's true. This is going to lead me to my next question, which is, now we've got friends, right?
Yeah.
And it's one thing to have friends. It's another thing to maintain that friendship. And Auntie Joy, as you were talking about texting and being busy, this is one of the pandemic of today. Is I'm
Yeah.
busy, I'm busy, I'm busy. There are people who say, I've seen people who say, oh, I have friends, we don't really talk, but whenever we talk, right? There are people who are like that. And there are people who have friends, if they don't speak for a long time, something is wrong, right? Now, these are two types of friends that I have seen, I have experienced, that people have. Now, the question is, you've built this relationship. How do you maintain friendship so that
That yeah.
you would also not hold on to friendships that you're not supposed to hold on to? How do you do that?
This is a very big question. It's gonna require a big answer.
Mm.
Citing from live examples from me, one of the things that if you have a friend and there's an issue, we're very quick in this day and age to say, I just cut you off. I don't have time for people. I just take rubbish. Once one issue, I just cut off. Then when we now see people that have been friends for 30 years, 40 years, we think they never had argument or fall out. You understand me? For me, to maintain friendship, intentional. There's some I've got one or two friends I know that we don't talk in a month. We don't talk in 6 weeks, 7 weeks. But when we talk, we don't drop the phone. And that's because we know each other's strength and we know what each other is doing at every stage of our lives. So we are not overly expecting that you cannot breathe without me. We need to be very, we need to have grace for people. We really need to have grace for people. The way I maintain my friendship is, if I feel I've not spoken to you in a while, if you're that kind of a friend that I know that if I don't talk to you in a month, there's issues there, the whole world will hear us and all that, then I can, you know, handle that. And I have that one friend like that. I won't lie to you. She'll say, "Oh, I've not heard your voice. It's a week. Oh, I've not heard your voice." Bless her. She will text. She will even call from Nigeria. She's like, "I have not heard your voice this week. Oh, and you know that when I talk to you, I understand what's going on."
Mm.
That is her. Does that make her a bad person? No. The only time I do it, I just, so when she send all those texts, I just said that, you know what, you are one of my PD friends because you are very, very. The only thing I don't have is breast milk to give you. She will laugh, but I will never disrespect her in that regard because that is her level of emotional. Because I pour into her, she pours into me. But she's that one person. She was an only child, so I was the only friend growing up and everything. So her mom sees me as a second child. So she sees me as an older sister. So anything happens, she wants to talk to me about it. You know, that's different. And I have friends that, to be honest with you, we don't really talk all the time. But we send, you know them, like if you go on Instagram and you see all this funny
Reels.
comedy things, we
Yeah.
send all these memes to each other.
Mm.
And that's our way of communicating. We send memes, we can send 2, 3 memes a day. And when we meet, then I have one that I don't even send memes. We don't really talk. You understand? She's
Mm.
really reserved. But once in 2 months, we were intentional last year to say every 2 months we will go on a date, and we've
Mm.
maintained.
Mm. Auntie Joy, I need to say something. Go on a
Yes,
date. You
yes,
know, when you
yes,
hear date, you hear woman, man, date, right? But Auntie Joy just said something that is so profound that ladies, you know, when men they want to watch football, they have their friends, they sit together,
yes,
have a drink, they're watching football. Ladies, if you're on this live stream and you're watching me and you're a woman, when was the last time you went on a date? On a date, put on the comment section. Let's do a poll.
yeah,
When was the last time you went on a date with a female friend? If you're a female, if you're a lady, and if you're a guy with your male friend, okay? Something that you have said that is so beautiful is that understand who your friends are. Know your friends. Know the ones that requires calling, checking up on regularly. Know the ones that if you don't call, it's fine. You can check up on them anytime and they're okay. And also know the ones that you can call once a year. They are fine. Also know the things that you do that bond you. So Auntie Joy said something about sending memes and sending reels. That could be a bonding thing. That could be a
yeah,
checkup kind of, oh, that's how we check up on ourselves, right?
yes,
On the comment section, I'm listening and I'm watching because I'm gonna be reading it out. Chinwe Osaro Rolo said, a true friend is trustworthy, very rare these days, dependable, can keep secrets. That one can keep secrets. Now, secret is subjective. Very, very rare these days. Now, based on that thing that Chinwe said, let's talk about secrets. There are people who, when they fight very dirty.
yeah,
And there are people who, when they fight, it's okay. They just they could fight, but everything they've shared, they keep to themselves. They don't
yeah.
like let people know.
Mm.
What would you say about people who, when they fight, anyway, we know it's emotional intelligence, so let's go to the next question. There's
No,
nothing.
no, no, no. We can address that because it still happened even in the faith, even within, you know, people fight dirty.
Mm,
You know, for me, people fight dirty, and also people, when they fight dirty and they, what I don't understand and that really baffles me is when we were good, we said some things to each other. Then now we're no longer good. And I remember there was somebody I was so close to. I won't lie to you, I was close, and I would say it was my fault because that year about 4 years ago, 5 years, I specifically was on a journey with God, and I said something, and I said, Lord, I need you to just weed me off some things, and I needed some new set of closeness with friends. And I prayed. Sometimes when we pray some prayers, we need to be very careful because we need to be ready for the answers. I specifically wanted in friendship that God should just separate and in that year, I had three of them just cut off. But one of them really, really hurt me because we were close. When I mean close, I loved her like, I really loved her.
Mm.
And that's another thing we need to talk about, hurt. I really loved her, but because she felt offended by what I did, because we're very good at saying, I'm big on this, I'm big on that. Are we giving what we are asking people?
Mm. True.
Because there's somebody out there that will say, Joy has hurt me, this person has hurt me before, and everything. Are we willing to learn? And are we willing to say, you know what, I'm sorry, and I'm okay if that relationship doesn't go back to the way it used to be? It's okay.
Yeah.
You understand?
You've,
We need,
you've actually answered a question I was going to ask, which is conflict resolution in
yeah.
friendship. How do we
So,
resolve conflict in friendship? You've answered that, but if you've got any more thing to add to that one, it's fine for you to add that before we go on a quick
yeah,
break.
so for me,
Yes.
it's about it when like I was saying about my friend, when I felt hurt and she felt I offended her, she went mute. By the time I tried everything to communicate, prayed, cried. I really loved our friendship. You understand? And she felt, okay, just one mistake. And the thing is, we might think, oh, it's just a little bit. To them, it might be a biggie because of where they're coming from. To you, it might not be a big thing. So you have to put yourself in their shoes. But at the same time, one thing I know, I sent a text, a final text to that person. This is my former friend. I make sure I told her, I said, whatever you say to people, make sure you tell them the whole truth. You feel me? So this
Mm.
is, I don't believe in fighting dirty. But one thing I know, I told her, I said, whoever asks you about me and you, make sure you tell them the truth. And to be
Mm.
sincere, so far, I've not heard anything negative.
Yeah.
You feel
I
me?
think
So
that
we
that
need to
that
not fight dirty. There's no need for
yeah,
that. We're not perfect.
that leads me to the next question. But before that, someone just said Queen Esther Jackson said, I have never gone for a date with a female friend. You see, there's so many people on this table that have never ever. Now this is 2025. Put it in your calendar or
Let
somewhere.
me
Say
say something.
in 20. Say it after me. In 2025, I shall go on a date with a female friend. So help me God. On the
Amen.
comment section, put it 2025. I pledge that I will go on a date with my female friend. So help me God. Amen. Because it's very important for us to do that.
Precious, can I
Um.
just, sorry, before you go on,
Yeah.
can I just say that to Queen Jackson? When they say date, you don't have to spend millions. Like, actually, Precious doesn't even know this. As of yesterday, I was speaking to just one couple of friends, and I was saying, I just feel pressed in my spirit, like this Valentine, to have a Galentine kind of a date. And I'm looking for like 14 women, in which I know some from my circle, and just different people from not the same old people that we always hang together, few of them,
Mm.
and just throw everybody in the mix. And let's just have a woman's conversation. There's a lot of honest conversation we need to start having, and we need to start learning and unlearning. So date night can just be you going to a restaurant and everybody just having a platter where we can share and just share the bills, and just, it doesn't have to be anything killing, and it just eases your stress from mind, and just women supporting women, just
Yeah.
go out with your female friend. It is okay.
That is so good,
Very
because a lot
okay.
of times we think that, oh, you have to break the
Nah.
bank before you do something. Now, are you enjoying this conversation so far? Because I am so enjoying this conversation that I wish I can just be pressing the like button and the share button on the. So if you haven't shared this video or this live stream and you haven't pressed that like, don't forget that you can press that like button 1 million times. Just be pressing it every 1 second. You press it every 1 second. You press it, because that's how you're supposed to be doing it. So if you haven't done that, please do it, because God is watching you. Press the like button, press the share button, Press any button that you see there. Subscribe on YouTube. Press it. Keep pressing it. Keep pressing it. Auntie Joy, when can you let go of a friend? When is the
That's
time that when you get to that point, you say, okay, I think this is time for me to let go? What are the things that you can actually see as a a pointer to letting you know that this is time for me to peel off from this friendship?
first of all, if the person has not come for your life, they've not come for your destiny to practically, because some people practically want to come and steal your soul. Some people want to steal your life. You shouldn't even have them in that corner, but people change. For me, I always say, if you've not come for my life, you've not come for my family's life or anything that takes life, then the time to let go for me is like I've had, like I said, that 3 relationship that I had to let go. When I reached out, if somebody feel that you've hurt them and you feel the relationship is no longer there, if I reach out and I've tried everything, I've sent a text, I've called, I'm a Christian, so I will pray. I'm very, 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 very sensitive to things like that. So I will pray and I ask God, is the season for this person in my life over? I'm big on season. If this season that me and this person is doing, me and, let me use myself, Joy, this thing me and Joy is doing, and this person really hurts me, Lord, do I have the give me the grace if the season is still there and they have to complete something in my life. But apart from that, if I've reached out, if I've called, if I've texted, if I've begged, I'm like, can we talk about it? And you keep saying, no, you know what you did. I'm done. I'm done. My dear, once I've made peace with myself and I've tried to talk to you about it and you're saying you don't want to talk about it, I'm done. And I've given you time. 1 month, 2 months, I reach out again. Have you had time to, do you want to talk about it? And you still say, I will let it go. Will it be
Mm.
painful? There are some relationship that like I told you about my female friend. It was painful. I cried. I loved her with my heart. But when I made peace with myself after a year, I made peace and I am at peace. That now I can't remember that we were, it doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
But you have to let go but you have to make amends. Try and
Before.
reach out before you just say, I don't know what I did. You ask. If they don't now want to go further, you can't back off. It's as simple as a back off.
Yeah.
Some will hurt, some will, like one of them among the three. To be honest with you, I didn't even bother. Let's be honest. I didn't even bother checking because I knew if I dealt with her the way she dealt with me, because of what we've shared. This is when we talked about honesty and secrecy. Because of what we shared, if I handle her the way she handled me, she will break down. She will have a major crisis. And that's because of her heart that I know. So what did I do? I applied the wisdom and grace. That this person hurt me, if I fight back the way they did to me, they won't survive it. So what do? I apply grace and say, you know what? When the going was good, it was really good. Not because of this one thing, I'm gonna go after their life. No. So
Yeah.
that's when to let
Thank
go.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. That is really good because a lot of people hang on to friendships that have
Now,
expired. You know, when you're eating expired food, you're
now,
just eating it. It's going to hurt you when you eat an expired food. If you wear something that's expired, it's still going to scratch your skin, give you skin rash and all of that. So knowing when to actually let go of a friendship is very important. Now, based on what you said, right? Let me just remind people on the stream that you can join in this conversation. If you check on the comment section on YouTube, I'm going to link add it to the comment section. I think it will be on Facebook as well. You can click on the link on the comment section, and that link would bring you straight to this live stream, and you can share your thoughts. You can share your experiences. If you have a story that you want to share with us as well, please feel free to join in. You are most welcome to join the conversation. Auntie Joy, can
yeah.
friends last friendship, or can you say a friend last, you know, when they say friends that last forever, is that something that's even possible? Because we've just talked
Yes.
about letting go of friends that behave a certain way or is not cooperating with the way the friendship is supposed to be. Can you also have friends that last forever? Is that possible, or is just a myth?
Yes. Yes. I've had friends. Actually, my best friend is a male, and we grew up together. Shout out to Cheesy. Yeah, my best friend is a male, Dean, and the two of them. And we started when we were 14. They are both happily married. And we've gone through our ups. This is what I'm saying. Friendship can last forever because we've had our ups and downs where we proper had a heated argument, like proper fell out with each other, and at the end we know nobody's going anywhere. This friendship has come to stay. But while we were fighting and having that argument, nobody said anything that you couldn't take back. That is important. When I'm angry with you, how dare you, I don't like what you address what happened, and don't curse each other out. And friendship can last forever when people stop feeling that they are the gift that keep giving. They are the best thing that ever happened to anybody, and every other person is disposable. No, we should stop treating people like, I'm big on this, I'm big on that, I'm big on you. What are you bringing? What are we big?
Mm,
What are you big on? So friendship do last forever. Give people grace because you stepped on toes.
mm,
I've had friends since when I was 13, 14. Me and Chizzy was still close friend. Dane was still their wife know me. I don't cross my boundaries. We are best of friends. There's nothing, if I do anything right now, I can pick up the call and naked but not ashamed
mm,
with them in terms of my truth. So with my sisters that I've reconnected with 16 years, 18 years in this UK, I built a community of sisters. I don't even call them my friends. I know the one I can pick up the phone and say, hey, I'm dying, that has the capacity to carry that information.
mm,
And I know the one I can pick up and say, if I want to act drama, and they will follow me at the drama. Hey, I'm dying, they will say, we are dying, I know the one I will call.
yeah.
So, and I know the one that is strong, that if I say, I need to talk to you, I need you to take this to God in prayer, that will just say, let's start.
Mm,
Not because those other ones are weak. We are all, that's the thing that make
yeah.
the friendship close. So
Yeah.
friendship can last forever if we learn to
Give.
and forgive. One of the pastors I was listening to yesterday said something about forbearance. No, it's Apostle Joseph Selma. You need to be able to just tolerate, no, of course, no disrespect. No
Mm,
disrespect, no, constant backstabbing, no. But if it's just a one-off I've done to you, I've even done it the second time, talk to me about it. It's only when I don't want to change, then you not say, okay, Joy, I can't take this anymore because I feel you constantly disrespect me.
yeah.
But friendship can last forever when we stop feeling that we are all that and more, and
Yeah.
that we are the best friends, that nobody, every other person is disposable. They do palm like this, you will be left alone and be lonely.
Mm.
As simple as that. You'll be left alone.
Lonely and ashamed.
Yes, we need to stop this attitude of I know because of life experiences. Oh, I
Mm,
don't keep friends, I don't, but okay, the person that you are calling to help you buy this, if that one was not talking to you, will you have that opportunity for them to
mm,
help you to do something?
yeah.
Don't keep 10 friends, 20 friends. You can keep just two. You can keep one that you can trust, but nobody is an island. I know life
Mm,
deals with people
absolutely.
individually, but friendship can last forever. I have
Yeah,
friends that
absolutely.
so far we fought, we've argued, but we've never called each other out of each other's names. But we've really had serious argument that we said 6 months. In fact, let me say something. Let me add before I close the question. I have a friend. She's on this live. She will remember. She will laugh. We had an argument, and at the beginning I said I was a straight talker. I'll tell you if I feel something is wrong. Every other person around me might be saying this about the person, this about the person. Me, I don't, there's no need to beat about the push. So I just called my sister up and I just told her, see, there's no need to pretend. This your character, this your character, this your character. I beg, sort it out and everything. We had that argument. Of course, she didn't take it well. If somebody told me I had some nasty character, I wouldn't take it well. I want to be defensive. She didn't take it well. Then later, there was a bit of tension. But one day I went to church and it was a Holy Communion service. And we're about to take the communion. I sent her a text and I said, don't take this communion because our fight never finish. Did you see the kind of mindset I have? I said, but that's because I value our sisterhood and our friendship. And so I sent her a text. There was no need to be prideful. I said, don't take this communion. We have not finished the fight.
You're still
Not knowing she was
fighting.
at home, but she was watching the live service. And she now texted me and started laughing. And that is how the quarrel died.
Mm.
Let us all be intentional.
You know what you just said now. That was how the quarrel died. Leads me
Yes.
to a question that is burning in my heart. There are friendships that even in normal relationship, let's say husband and wife and all of that kind of relationship, but we're talking about friendship now. There are friendships that you have an issue and you don't deal with it, you don't talk about it, right? You would maybe this kind of scenario where you send text message and all of you laugh and that's it. Tomorrow whatever it was that happened probably repeat itself. So the question would be, when do you actually sit down and talk about stuff, and when do you know what, this one, let's leave it, even when you know it could be a challenge in the future? When do you do that?
We have to know our friends. If I use the word sisters, I mean friends, because for me, I call my inner circle. In fact, I actually call them my village. Anybody that knows me, when I put on my status, when I put any of their pictures, I always put them. If I one of them today is a birthday, shout out to Faye, and I always call them my sisters, my village, because in one way or the other they've held me down. So for me, is you need to know your friends, the inner circles, or not these acquaintances up and down everywhere. Your inner circle, are they the ones that are reserved? Me, I'm very outgoing, and I can confront you if something happens. But I have people in my circle that are totally opposite me. You understand? That I know they are very reserved. Bless them. They are very reserved. They don't have that strength. So what do I do? If there's an issue between us and each one of us is hurt, because I know their personality, that it takes them a while to come off their shell, I will let them know, sis, I've got you, I love you, and let me know when it's time for us to go out. If I do that, obviously, it's not going to take 1 year. It's not going to take 6 months if they value the relationship. So I can send them a text and know that, okay, they will not reply immediately because they don't want to talk immediately when they are really, really angry. You understand? So for me, know your friends.
Yeah.
What is their kind of, because you will build around the kind of person you are. Most of my friends are jolly good fellows. They are kind, they are happy. But if you're somebody that keep malice and all your friends keep malice, you will be there to 2 years. So who are the people you're hanging around with? I can be confidently tell you that if I fall out with any of my close knit friends right now,
Mm.
we and there's tension, we can, and I have personal examples I can share. We can actually give each other time and say, you know what, can we do next 2 weeks? Can we do next week? But we end up always talking about it. So
Yeah.
know your circle.
Your friend, yeah.
That's the best way to
Right.
answer that question. Know your circle.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much for that. And Joy, you've covered a lot of questions, a lot of grounds already on this topic. We're going to go on a very short break. That break is for you to go and top up your cup of tea, if you're drinking one, to go and use the toilet, number one, not number two, to go and that's really sarcastic, to just go and stretch your leg, do what you need to do, and come back. When you finish, come back. When you finish what you're doing, come back, because if you don't come back, God is watching you. When you finish, come back. All right, guys, we'll go on a quick break and we will be back very, very soon. welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying for that very short break. It has been an amazing time talking to Auntie Joy. We are nearing to the end. So if you haven't asked your questions, you haven't tried to call in, then before you know it, don't let the door shut before you now start trying to do what you want to do. But I really want to say thank you so much for all of you that have joined me. I want to say thank you to Dayo, thank you to Letitia, thank you to just call your names Oye. If I murder your name, apologies in advance, please. Oye Bonojo, thank you, Patience, thank you, Miracle. Thank you so much, every one of you. Queen Esther, I really want to say thank you. Now, this comment section is a bit quiet. You cannot be on this comment section and be quiet. We're talking about friendship. We're going to be practicing what we're talking about today. So engage on the comment section, share your thoughts, share your ideas, share your experiences, share your story. Before we get on to the next set of questions that we're going to be asking, I want to remind you that on the 26th of this month, I have another person coming live on Precious Diary Talk Show. And guess what we're going to be talking about? Now, if you're 40 and above, now this is not just for 40 and above, but if you're 40 and above, you cannot just be going to the gym and just be carrying any kind of weight that you like, right? From 40 and above, there is a kind of exercise, a kind of fitness, a kind of food, a kind of lifestyle that you need to start living, okay? Especially in 2025. So we'll have an expert who is going to be coming to share with us around fitness, around well-being, around sleep, around food, around your phone, how you manage yourself, lifestyle in general for people who are over 40, right? But she also talks about liveness and lifestyle, fitness, and all of those kind of things for people who are younger than 40 years old. So if you're on this live stream and you're over 40, God is telling you that you have to be on that show, because it might just be one thing that will keep you healthy in 2025. Right, let me bring back Auntie Joy on the stream. Right, Auntie Joy,
Hello.
if you have somebody watching us right now and is actually
Yeah.
very in a difficult situation where they are struggling, they can't make friends, they can't keep friends, they just feel like they can't hold on to anything, whatever they try to hold on to falls apart, and in that situation where they really want to make friends, what would you say to them? What advice would you give to those group of people?
First of all, that is a very difficult situation, space to be in. A very difficult one. But you said something in that question, which is they can't really keep friends. I'm always doing self-reflection, you know. Why can't they keep friends? Because in this journey of friendship, we need to be realistic with ourselves, because the cut-off culture is really doing us more harm than good, because we're very quick to cut people off. And meanwhile, what we should be asking ourselves, can we befriend our own self? Can you befriend yourself?
Mm.
So if that person wants to really, they are good people. I'm a nice person, but I just don't know how to keep friends. Don't even know how to approach. If you've answered all these questions, you're a good person. It's not spiritual. It's not. It's not physical, and you've done all you can to keep friends. Maybe there might be some characters, maybe out of trauma base. I'm coming from a mental health background right now, so
Mm.
it might be trauma based. It might be just something that you've been trying to. It might just be little things that might not be a big deal for you. I recommend a lot of self reflection counseling. And people might think, counseling now because of friendship. My dear, a lot of us, especially from the part of the world we come from, we're carrying a lot of hurt, a lot of baggages, a lot of trauma. And until we deal with it, we can't give what we don't have. You feel me? So you might think, I'm struggling to make friendship, but what energy are you giving out? If you're giving me an energy and a vibe that don't come close to me, I beg, I like my space. I don't want to be around that kind of a person. So even if you say hi to me, I'll just say, I don't want to know the Greek person. You know, if you've done all you can and you know you've done the right thing, you've worked on yourself, you just can't make friends, then maybe you might need to DM Precious. And if you're within UK, they might invite you for the date night because we need to explore it more. There might be personal stuff that you're dealing with. Because for me, there is nobody that you're not carrying trauma, no baggage, but you just can't keep friends. And it's not spiritual, then it has to be spiritual because I don't understand why even a mad person has a friend.
Mm.
You understand? So
Yeah.
there must be a deeper issue, and we need to explore that. And you can always DM Passion, and we can always, look into that further. But for me, you need to know the energy you're giving that. And also, if you have some things you need to deal with and work on, my sister, my brother, work on it before you approach another person and come and stress their life because of
Yeah.
friendship.
That's really good. Thank you for that. Auntie Joy, there's a comment on the comment section. It says, "How do you handle a friend that is offended at you because you couldn't help them with sorry, it's gone back with a need, entitlement?" All right, answer the question, please, ma.
This entitlement thing is subjective. We keep saying entitlement, entitlement. Precious, if you're my friend, there are some things I expect you to do. I
Mm,
know that we want to do this woke thing and to stop being entitled. My dear, as a mother, there's some things my daughter expects from me. You understand? As a friend, there's some things my friend I expect them to expect from me. I need to be there for my friend.
mm,
It's as simple as that. There's no English way to come and be painting all this entitlement. And I might be wrong, but for me, if I call you my very close friend, then I should know that you cannot afford that need at that time. And what is the need? I don't know. I've had a friend whereby I loaned money to do a project. And by the time I was supposed to pay back, I couldn't pay back. And it almost cost a strain. You have to make it right. You have to. So if I ask my friend and my friend couldn't give it to me and they're offended, why don't you call them and say, "Do you really think I have this?" And sometimes when we are dealing with, this answer also is, this your friend. Is this your
mm,
friend like this? This friendship we're talking about inner carcass friend. We're not telling about friends that you see on at work. Hi, hi, hi. These are acquaintances, but because we can't call them to their friends, that, oh, these are my acquaintances and all that. We're talking about friends that really know you, that you call,
mm,
this is my close friend. And we don't say close friends don't fall out. We don't say relationship don't break even after 20 years. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying, if your friend is offended, do they do that before? Whether is their character like that? If it's not like that, then call them. Go to their house and go and see them and knock on the door. If they're your true friends, they will open that door and you sit down, just say, "Joy, I'm really, really sorry you feel that I have it and I couldn't give you. To be honest with you, I'm sorry to." There is no harm in saying I'm sorry to your girlfriend. There's no harm in saying, I'm sorry that you misunderstood what I did. I'm sorry that you felt this way, but I really don't have it. Reach out to the person. Don't just say because they are upset, you too, you're upset. No. Reach out. That is what friendship is. Be
mm.
intentional. Be intentional. If
Yeah.
it's out of their character, please be intentional. But if it's within their character, they're always doing this, they always just tell them, baby, they always do this thing all the time. Why? Why do you always do this all the time? And I think it's a pattern, and I'm not happy with
Mm,
it.
mm,
You understand? From their response, you will now know whether this friendship season is coming to an end or the dynamics is changing.
mm,
I've just put myself on the line now. Like I said, I loaned money from somebody. I was supposed to pay back at a certain time, paid part of it, couldn't meet up at that time. And I went through a season of, I was so down, like a wilderness season. I didn't even communicate. By the time they needed it, it was urgent. And I felt they were giving me pressure. And I wanted to get upset. And all these people were saying, "You're getting upset. Somebody, and this person, it is not in their character. So it's not for me to make it right." And I've had somebody also take it from me, no communication and everything. And I just feel, you know what, I can't even deal. By the time they explain their own issue, I won't lie to you. I even gave them 50% of it. So we need to give grace.
Yeah. I
The
think
word here is grace.
yeah. I think
Reach
that's
out
that's
to
the
friend.
yeah, that's the main thing that you've said this night. I think in summarizing the things that you've said, it's more of okay, knowing who your friends are,
Yeah.
knowing their character, knowing their values, being a good friend yourself, because you can't just be expecting, you need to be a good friend yourself. Also giving grace, this giving grace is so important, because one of the things you said this night that is so profound is the attitude of cutting people off.
It's too
it's
much.
it's not a very good attitude. Just something happens the first time, you just cut it off. You're like, I don't want to deal with this anymore, I just cut it off. Imagine every time our children or our partners do stuff to us, we just cut off. We would have married 1 million times, you know. So that grace that we have for other people, maybe we can extend it to our friends as well. Auntie Joy, as we wrap up this conversation, right, we'll have a ritual on this show where you pick a question. So I've got questions from number 1 to number 24 that you would pick for the next guest that will be coming on the show. But I'm going to
No.
ask you your own question. Okay. The question I'm going to be asking you is how has oh no, not how has, who has had the greatest impact in your life, on your journey? Who is that person that has had the greatest impact? But before you answer the question, between number 1 and number 24, what's the question that you would pick for our next guest, please?
Uh, okay. Number 7.
Number 7. Okay. So number 7 is the question that our next guest is going to be answering. So
Okay.
answer your question, Auntie Joy. Thank you.
Before I answer that question, can I just quickly add something to this friendship thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just quickly say that, can we also watch out for when friendship dynamics changes? You know, like I'm Joy, like Joy, I'm using myself, I'm Joy's friend. And the season of me pouring into joy, and maybe something happened. And because we're so dependent on each other, we so trust each other. You know, this is not, we're not talking about, we're looking at friendship in a broader aspect, not as a Christian or as a Muslim. But I want to speak out from my experience as a Christian, that we keep pouring. And because I want to quickly tell Precious something, I instead of me to go to God, to go to the Holy Spirit, my Father, because a lot of people don't know God as their Father. So I'm going to Precious. Oh, I got this new job. She's the first I'm talking to. When we now have issues, and God is saying, did you come to me first? But that's because I've relied so much on Precious for everything, my joy, my happiness. That's too much a burden for one person to carry.
Mm.
That's too much a burden for. So we need to understand that when dynamics changes, that after I've gone to God, and maybe me and Precious now had issues, I need to go back to God and say, you gave me this friend. The season now, I've been the one pouring into her. Now that the dynamics is changing, is she the one that is going to pour into me? We need to also look, because somebody offended you doesn't mean you need to cut off. It might be that the dynamic and the season of that relationship is moving to another, is a change dynamics. We should look out for that. Everybody doesn't have to be cut out of your life, and it doesn't have to be in a rude way. It doesn't have to be in a nasty way. There's no need for silent treatment. Talk about it. Also, let me touch on this. Sometimes you might also have a friend that you can manage as a married person to still communicate with a single friend. But as soon as that your single friend start dating and they don't call you all the time, offenses might come, and you might feel, this person, I can't even reach this person. Every time they're with their boo and everything. You need to understand that because you can manage it in a relationship and still keep your friends and still pour into everybody else, doesn't mean somebody else can do that. That your friend might just be in that stage of love whereby they can't function at the same time of dating and pouring into you. It will, you will have to now take the back burner. It doesn't make them a bad person. please let's be sensitive to the dynamics of our relationship. So now answering your question, who is the person that influenced it depends. So are we talking about all my life?
Well, Auntie Joy, you talked about season, so let's talk about this season of your life. This season of your life.
uh, this season of my life, hey, hey, who has made the most impact? That's I'll say the last. Ooh, is really hard. It's hard to say because the last 3 years have been a journey, and I can say two people that have been really instrumental. Yeah, journey. I don't want to say. I don't know. You know what? Let's make it easy for me. When you say make impact, in what area, please? I know it's a tricky question, because
In the
it's quite.
area, in the area that has affected you the most, if that helps.
No, choose one. Choose one.
No, it's you that will choose one. So I know that I think this is why these questions are questions that it would make you think a lot, because
Yeah,
um
yeah,
we
yeah.
have people that actually um do stuff that has actually influenced us or impacted on us positively. And sometimes it could be along our life journey, we'll have that one person that did that one thing that triggered every other thing to happen. So the question is, can you remember one person that did one thing that triggered every other thing to happen? Because you will definitely have a lot of people in your life that have impacted you positively.
Yeah.
So anybody at all you can remember. You don't have to say name, but you can just say
Ah,
what they did.
okay. Oof. Ooh. I'm me. I'm very friendly and very outgoing, but I think I don't. It's a weak point and a strong point. When I'm dealing with stuff, I keep quiet. You see, this is me that I'm saying I want to cut off. I'm that kind of a friend that when I'm as happy and as live of the party I am, when I'm dealing with stuff, I go into my shell, and that's because of a trauma I've dealt with my own mom. We're in a good place. Just put it out there. We're in an amazing place, but we went through some dark times. So for me, I'm very, before you show me that you don't want me because of what I've been through with my mom, I'm quick to withdraw and run off. But I've worked on it a lot. So I would say I've worked on it a lot. So that's what I'm saying, that we are always asking, we want this one, but that's one of the things I know that my friends will say. I will just keep quiet and go back in prayers. I know it's not a Christian show, we're not talking about, but I can't talk about my life without talking about Jesus, because I have
Yeah,
to go back to my secret place. And by that time, I
yeah.
don't want to hear anybody. I will be very quiet. It can take me a month or two. But one person in my journey in this UK will be, I call her my godmother. She's very, she, she, we've had our fights whereby we didn't talk for 5 years. And when we came back, we sat down and we trashed it out. And it was as if we never left. This was the woman I said I met at a party, and I spoke to her and I said, "Oh, I really like you." When I went through my first breakdown, not relationship, not male or anything, but like a really mind-blowing breakdown, when I was dealing with all these things with my mom. When I went through it, this woman left everything she was doing at work. I was rushed to the hospital because I passed out. She left. All I did was for an hour, I couldn't talk. She spoke in tongues for 1 hour over me. She didn't ask me what happened. She didn't ask me what I was wrong. She didn't say whether you are not wrong. And that changed my mindset. She didn't even ask me, who did you offend, or were you at fault? She just wanted to save me first. So, with that being said, my journey from there on, as I know that me and this person, even when we fell out for 5 years and we didn't talk, she really did something that hurt me. And I told her. I told her off. I told her, and we trashed it. After 5 years, to tell you how hurt I was. We were seeing each other, we were greeting, but I refused to go to the house. But when we trashed it out, we both cried and we hugged. But I will never, ever forget that woman. I don't care what she does. I would rather tell her off, shout, do whatever I need to do, than. So she is one person that I know that in the journey in this UK, I have stood spiritually and physically. Is she perfect? No. I can tell you that for sure. She's not perfect. But you see that singular act, I can call her at 2 she and her husband. I can call her at 2 a.m. Then the second person is my baby sister is I know it's one, but
Well,
my baby
well,
sister,
yeah, yeah, it's fine. You
yeah,
can
my baby
add that
sister is
one.
somebody that she's 5 years, she's a baby. She's married with her husband, but from Nigeria. They've impacted me so positively. Those two. And shout out to her husband, his birthday's tomorrow. They've impacted me so positively that I watch them closely. That girl is so young but so full of wisdom and the
Mm,
way she carries herself. So for me, another side of things that I look at as well, and I learned from her, she might not know, but I'm one of those sisters, those friends that would tell you to your face what I love about you. I don't want to wait till when you've gone to your grave. So I'm one of those people. I appreciate
wow.
it. And I'll
Thank
tell
you,
you.
thank you, thank you so much. There's something you were going to say about your sister, but you did say that. It would be nice for us to hear that, what you wanted to say about her, that you learn from her. I just feel like you need to say that so she can hear it for herself.
It's just the way she carries herself as a
Mm,
woman first
mm,
before a wife. Because most women lose themselves in their marriage. They lose themselves. They don't even know it. I'm a mother of this one. I'm a wife, you know. But as a woman first, and she will always tell me she learnt everything she's doing now from me. I don't know, but she turned out right. So she'll say she admires me. I don't know where she got that from, but it's just her wisdom.
mm,
If my sister comes to me and complain about somebody, I will fight. I will take it on. You feel me? She is just a wisdom. She's been able. She's very artistic. She's just so full of wisdom. She
yeah,
would think before she. It will take a while before she says it out, which is something I had to learn in my older years. I'm one person that will tell you to go to hell, and I will show you. I will escort you to hell. You feel me? But I had to learn to have emotional intelligence and
mm,
to understand the way I carry myself. People need to see Jesus in me. So every
yeah,
day I'm evolving. Every day I'm
yeah,
evolving.
yeah.
Yes.
Wow. What
Yeah.
an amazing. I don't even know where to start from, Auntie Joy. Honestly, you've just blown me away. You are full of wisdom. Now, it is something you said now that I always say as well. My friends, I tell them to their face how amazing they are.
Yes.
People
Yes.
around me, I tell them as well, because when people die, they say, "Oh, she did this for me. Did she even know that? Did she even know that she did that? Did she know how you felt when she did that?"
Mm.
No. But it's good for us to, if there's anything we'll take out from this show, is number one, start making friends, intentional friendship.
Intentional.
Number
Yeah.
two, there's a question out there that says, how do you pick the right friend? Auntie Joy talked about it. It's based on your value, the values that you have as a person. You pick friends that align with your value, right? We talked about showing kindness, starting with kindness. One other thing that Auntie Joy didn't mention is complimenting people. I've made a lot of friends by just saying, "Hi,
Yeah.
your hair is so beautiful. Your
Yeah.
dress it looks beautiful. Oh my God, that top! Where did you get?" If you dash me, I probably will not take. Not now. It's not because I'm being. It's just me being. That could just be the only nice thing they've heard that day.
Yes. Yes.
Complimenting people. So how do you make friends? Get people that align with your value, and also based on um, practical steps like complimenting people, helping people, showing kindness. It's been an amazing show. Auntie Joy, you are a very, 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 very beautiful, and a mother full of wisdom. My prayer for you is that God will bless you, because it's been
Amen.
your, I think I could just listen to you all day, all
Thank
night.
you. Thank you
You
so
speak
much.
so eloquently, full of wisdom. You are an amazing woman of God.
Thank
God
you.
bless you. Please, ladies and gentlemen, if you're on the comment section, put something there to say thank you so much, Auntie Joy, for being an amazing human being to us today. She has been amazing. And I want to say thank you to every one of you that have joined us today. I don't want to go past the time because I am very, very precise when it comes to timekeeping. For joining us, for learning, for sharing, for asking your questions. Um, Thank you so so much for all that you have done. You've made this show beautiful. You've joined, because we could just be here talking and no one joins, but you joined. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm just going to read a couple of questions. Dayo said, really learning a lot here. Thank you so much, Dayo. Um, Oye Oyebono Jo said, amen. Yeah, amen to that as well. Very, very amazing, Dayo said. Thank you so much, mommy. Love you. Oh, okay. I think that person is someone that is close. Thank you so much, mama, for an amazing host. I have learned a lot. Yes, I have learned a lot as well. So, in summary, be the friend that you want others to be to you. Be kind, be an amazing human being, and most importantly, make sure that you go on a date with your female friend,
Very
with your male
important.
friend.
Yeah.
Everybody will not, so just one person cannot carry all the things that you need in life. Like, you have that one
Yeah.
friend that you go for crying, for weeping,
Yeah.
for everything. You need to have different categories of friends. But
Yeah.
most importantly, this year 2024, so help me God, and say, Father, help me that this year I would go on a friendship date with
Yes.
my girlfriend. Auntie Joy said something about gala. Did you say Valentine? Something about
It's
gala.
called, they said it's, Gen Z said it's Galantine. I just wanted to get
Galantine.
14 amazing. I'm just speaking to the restaurant, a nice mixed
Yes.
restaurant, just even if it's Italian, on Monday. Then once I secure the space, I'm gonna start sending out the text and
Wow.
just let's do something different
Okay.
2025.
That is, so this is like 1 month ahead of time. Valentine's
Yes.
Day is on the 14th. So if you're listening
Yes.
to me, you live around the Leeds, Wakefield, anywhere
Reach
around the
out.
UK, reach
Yeah.
out. Auntie Joy's Facebook page is somewhere. I've linked it. I've tagged her so many times. I'll put her profile on the comment section of this live stream as well, so you can reach out to her. I'm sure I'm already invited to that gala,
Yes.
whatever it's called. So thank you so
Galantine.
much for the amazing evening. We shall
Yes.
call it a night. Auntie Joy, thank you so much. Bye
Thank you
everybody.
so
Bye
much.
for
Bye
now.
bye. Yeah.
Bye.